Hey everyone, welcome back to Paper Highlighter. If you love drama, surprises, and couples that make you yell at your screen, the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 did not disappoint. From secret identities to explosive ultimatums, this season truly had it all. But now that the curtain has officially closed, we know you're wondering, where are these couples now? Don't worry, we've got the full recap so you don't need to rewatch a single episode. Let's break down what happened to the major couples from Season 11 and where they stand today. Shekinah and Sarper still together. Shekinah and Sarper Govan have officially said "I do" in a unique wedding ceremony this season, marking a big milestone in their whirlwind journey. But the road to marriage wasn't exactly smooth. While Sarper initially believed the toughest part would be getting his K-1 visa approved, reality hit differently once he landed in the US. Their relationship faced unexpected challenges. So much so that by the time the 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 tell-all rolled around, the couple revealed they had been sleeping in separate rooms. Not exactly the honeymoon phase fans were expecting. Despite the rocky patches, there's still plenty of love between these two. Their social media tells a different story, filled with support, affection, and sweet moments. So even though they dropped some bombshells during the tell-all, it looks like Shekinah and Sarper are still going strong. Jessica and Juan still together. Jessica Parsons and Juan Daza made it official and tied the knot during 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, a happy ending that came after some serious uncertainty. Not long before the wedding, Juan was ready to pack his bags and head back to his life working on a cruise ship, struggling to adjust to life in Wyoming. While he hasn't completely let go of that dream, even calling the cruise job a last resort if other plans fall through, it seems he's still sticking around for now. The couple was recently spotted together at an event in a sweet Instagram post, suggesting Juan hasn't jumped ship just yet. Whether he's simply on a break or reconsidering his path, one thing's clear. Jessica and Juan are still going strong and happily married. Stevie and Madi still together. Stevie Nicole and Madi Al-Saadi looked like the couple most likely to call it quits by the end of 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. With Madi having serious doubts about leaving Iran and questioning Stevie's sexuality, many viewers weren't sure if they'd make it down the aisle. But after some tough conversations and a bit of soul-searching, the two found closure and said, "I do." Since the season wrapped, things appear to be going surprisingly well. Stevie has been sharing sweet throwback photos of the two, and even opened up in a recent post about how her kids, who weren't featured on the show, feel about Madi. All signs point to a stable married life so far. It's heartening to see them navigating their cultural differences and finding common ground between Madi's Middle Eastern roots and Stevie's Southern lifestyle. Sean and Aaliyah still together. 90 Day Fiancé kicked off this season with a dramatic flash forward. Sean seemingly left standing at the altar. It had all the makings of a season-defining heartbreak. Until we learned the real story. Aaliyah wasn't ditching the wedding. She was just over 2 hours late. The couple did end up tying the knot, but the tension during their vows and the awkward reception definitely cast a shadow over the big day. Even with that rocky ending, it looks like Sean and Aaliyah are still going strong. They've been spotted living a pretty normal life together in the US, including a recent Reddit sighting of them checking out groceries like any other married couple. For now, they seem to be doing just fine, but with a relationship as dramatic as theirs, don't be surprised if we see them pop up again on 90 Day The Last Resort. Matt and Amani and Eni still together. Matt and Amani Jalasi had one of the most unconventional storylines of 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, revealing plans to divorce, not to break up, but to stay together as a couple and help bring Eni Aguirre to the US. The idea immediately raised eyebrows, especially since openly admitting such a plan on TV could potentially lead to legal complications. Still, even after discovering some unexpected truths about Eni, the trio stuck with their plan, and by the season's end, Eni was ready to marry Matt. As of now, the throuple is still together, but there's been little progress on actually carrying out the divorce and relocate strategy. And honestly, considering that Eni lives in Tijuana and Matt and Amani are based just across the border in San Diego, you have to wonder, is a divorce really necessary? The physical distance between them could be shorter than most daily commutes. It's clear they're committed to each other emotionally, but whether this complex plan will ever become reality, that remains to be seen. Greg and Joan still together. Greg and Joan Chilak walked into the 90 Day Fiancé tell-all looking more nervous than anyone else. Greg even had to run to the bathroom to dry off his sweat-soaked shirt. But honestly, it's hard to see why, considering they had one of the most low-drama storylines we've seen in recent seasons. Joanne's biggest concerns were Greg not having a job, and the fact that they didn't have a place of their own. And to his credit, he's already checked one of those off the list. As of July 2025, the couple is still happily together, which is great news. But there's still one lingering issue. They haven't moved into their own space yet. And let's be real, we've seen plenty of 90-day couples fall apart after too long living with parents. Here's hoping Greg and Joan take that next step before it becomes a deal breaker. Mark and Mina, still together. Mark and Mina Bissett had more than their fair share of hurdles to clear on 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. Mina's move to the US was just the beginning. From awkward tension with Mark's daughter, who's nearly the same age as Mina, to adjusting to the quiet pace of life in New Hampshire, and the emotional strain of being separated from her son Clayton in France, it often felt like this wedding might not happen at all. But against the odds, they made it down the aisle. And now they're settling into married life in Boston. By all accounts, things are going well for the couple. The only piece of the puzzle still missing is Clayton. So far, there's no word on his visa progress. But knowing how devoted Mark is, you can bet the moment it's approved, Clayton will be on the next flight, quite possibly one Mark pilots himself. With Season 11 now wrapped, fans can catch up or rewatch the drama anytime on HBO Max. It's a season that brought a lot of heart, and while it may take a while before I dive into a rewatch, I'm glad it's just a click away.